If you've ever had a best friend in your life, you're a fortunate person. I've had many good friends in my life, and perhaps one of the best friends I've ever had was a man by the name of Kirsta Leeburg. I was a pastor in Germany when he came to me and he said, "Sammy, I hear that you're a runner." And I said, "Yes." And so we started working out together, and I discovered real quick that he was a runner and I was a jogger. And we started working together. We would dream and pray and memorize scripture. We just were on the same heartbeat with one another. And he began to tell me about the Greek marathon, the original marathon. He said, "Sammy, we need to run that marathon." And we began to prepare for it and train for it, and we were going to do it. And then one day, I received the word that he was tragically killed. Well, I lost my desire for running, and that dream died until I was diagnosed just a little over a year ago with cancer. And whenever I was diagnosed with cancer, God renewed that dream in my heart to run the original Greek marathon. And his daughter, Kirsta Leeburg Melton, heard about the dream that I had and what I was going to do. And she said, "Sammy, I want to run it with you. I want you to hear her story as she brings honor to her father as she runs the Greek marathon."
My dad was an amazing combination of things. He was the most gentle figure in my life, probably, but also one of the most inspiring when it came to pushing you to be all you could be. With my dad, there were no boundaries. I didn't grow up thinking, oh, because I am a girl, I can't do this, or because I am of such or such a socioeconomic status, I can't do this. I grew up believing I could be anybody and anything in the world. It came for me at a very hard time. I was 13. I had just started going through that period of time when you are constantly fighting with your parents. And I had done that. I did that right before my dad left for TDY. I had said very hurtful things to him that I didn't mean. And when he didn't come back, that was devastating for me. And it took me a lot of time to realize that that didn't matter and that my dad loves me no matter what. When I heard about the possibility of running the Greek marathon, it was a very mixed combination of feelings. It was a very cool idea, an awesome way to honor my dad, a way that I could finish something that he had started a long time ago, and that part was very inspiring. There was a lot of fear on the other side because I'd run a half, but I'd never run a whole. I knew the amount of training that it was going to take, and that is an overwhelming prospect when you have work, a husband, 2 small children, dinner to cook, and then you got to run and then do everything else you've got to do. But in the end, it was too great a challenge and too great an opportunity to pass up.
When Ken died, I was asked to speak at the funeral, and Kirsta and her sisters all sang. They sang this beautiful chorus that her dad had sang with them every night at devotions, "Our God Reigns."
How lovely on the mountain are the feet of him who brings good news, announcing peace, proclaiming news of happiness. Our God reigns. Our God I'd say number one, I would like to honor my dad. I would like to honor my dad by seeing it through to the very end. If that means I have to crawl across the finish line, that's what it means. But to do my best for him so that he comes across that finish line. And it won't be as fast as he can run it. And it won't be as good as he could do it. But it'd be the best that I can do for him.